We need water to live.
Water is a fundamental source of life for everyone.
Water is it's a hard question. You know, in Europe or in the United States, we have water without thinking of it.
Water is a natural source of that we need to survive. Without water, we cannot live.
Water is life and opportunity.
Water is possibility.
Water is probably the most vital asset on the planet.
Water is nectar of life.
L'eau est une façon de grandir.
Water is life.
Water is life.
Yes, sure, in Washington you have water enough. In Paris also we have water enough. But there are countries who are no water, nothing. And that makes us very sad, you see.
Sans eau, on ne fait pas grand-chose, voire rien du tout. On peut vivre quelque temps sans manger, mais absolument pas sans boire.
This is especially relevant for children who don't really have a choice where they're born or whether their parents are wealthy or able to afford clean water.
And when you don't have water, your life is very more complicated.
Increasingly, water is becoming a source of stress and conflict in many parts of the world.
Right now we have substantial population growth, and as we're already seeing in many parts of the world, water is becoming, clean water is becoming a scarce commodity.
Many millions of dollars and hours of labor have gone into helping the developing world with water and sanitation and hygiene. Unfortunately, much of the time has been dedicated to North American concepts, which are not as relevant as they should be. And when the system or the service is implemented, there is no means whereby it can be maintained. There's often a shortage of equipment, no supply chain for the spare parts. People don't have the technical capability. The result is a disaster. From UNICEF last year, Clarissa Brocklehurst, who was the head of the water division, said that over the last 5 years, I think was her analysis, fewer than 30% of the water systems that have been installed are still performing. It's a terrible record. I believe anything we do should be essentially organic within the host community and the host Rotary Club. It's a need that should arise from their quality of life and livelihood.
By addressing issues of water and sanitation, we can promote peace, development, and human rights. Please accept my best wishes for a successful conference and Ki Mu.
So in Rotary, we are very much community-oriented, global in our outreach, and very interested in helping those who are less fortunate than ourselves.
Donc le rôle du Rotary, comme toujours, c'est d'apporter son aide là où on en a le plus besoin.
Whether we speak English or French, our goals are the same: service above self. That's what Rotary is all about.
I think the track record of Rotary is that they bring not just money, but they bring their expertise around the world to put behind this issue, and they've had a phenomenal ability to bring people together across different sectors of society and across countries to focus on a single issue.
When you have friends, when you are working together, more than just colleagues, bigger things can happen.
Personally, I try to do my best and to help all the people who like to strike for that water problem. That's why I'm a little drop, you know, in a big sea of water sea. And we try to do our best for that.
Well, we've had a 4.5-year partnership, and we've been starting with small projects. We worked on cultural exchanges, and now we have a very large project, which is this water summit. And for the first time, we're going to actually involve Rotary in the policy and global dialogue with regard to water. Traditionally, our role has been as an implementing partner at the country level or at the community level, and so we're kind of notching it up one and saying we also want to play at the national and global policy level.
those of you who are in this room, regardless of how well-meaning you are, how well-intentioned, how much time you spend on this, you won't end up being the heroes in this story. The heroes in this story will be the villagers in Africa, they will be the engineers in the Middle East, they will be the teachers in Asia. They will be the ones that will make the greatest difference. This is what is so important for us to know as we begin to engage in our work in water.
Find a way that will connect you that's natural, find partners that will actually fill out the skill set that you need, and again, figure out the part that you can play.
And I believe if they can do what they've done for polio in water, it will be a tremendous contribution.